Okay, I've literally had 9 million questions about this consequence ladder, so let's rapid fire go through it really quickly. First up, I want to make a little caveat. I do not do this in isolation. I think a lot of new teachers think like, I just need more consequences. I just need to give students more consequences. Yes and no. I think you need more routines and procedures. You need to have more consistent follow through, and you need to be firm on your routines and procedures. Also, you cannot give a consequence for something that you've not explicitly taught. So if you have not explicitly taught students how to do the pencil routine, you cannot give a consequence for a pencil routine. Okay. Second thing is that I teach all of these things to my students so that they know when a nonverbal reminder is happening. They know when an action, make a choice is happening, so that they know where they are on the consequence ladder and what's coming next. Let's rapid fire go through these. Number one, nonverbal reminder. Sometimes this looks like proximity to the student. Sometimes it's a tap on the shoulder. Sometimes it's a tap on the desk. Sometimes it's eyes at the student. Sometimes it's just standing there like, bro, get it together. And I do have to teach this to them because I'm looking at them. They're like, and I'm like, no, Bessie, this is a nonverbal reminder. This is me reminding you to get on expectation. Hey, nonverbal goes into verbal. Now I'm going to tell you with words that you are not meeting expectation. Johnny, get back on task. Johnny, what's your job right now? Johnny, what do you need to do next, right? And sometimes I'll tell them, Johnny, this is a reminder. What should you be doing next? Then if they're still not meeting the expectation, then we're going to go into make a choice. This is where I'm going to give them two options that they get to pick between. Johnny, you're not meeting expectation because you keep talking to little Brian sitting next to you. You can either choose to stay here and your voice is off, or you can move to the teacher desk. To make the choice, it's a logical consequence. This comes after because if they did not make the correct choice here, now the logical consequence is whatever the other choice was. So say Johnny said he's going to stay at his desk and he's going to be silent, but he does not meet that expectation. Now he's automatically moving to the teacher desk. We got private conversation. This might look like I pulled Johnny out into the hallway. I might put him in a little bit of a private area in my classroom, or I might give the rest of my class like a fun question to talk about so that I can have that private conversation with Johnny. Most important with the private conversation, this is not like an I gotcha conversation. This is, I'm going to get down on their level. I'm going to try to understand them. I'm trying to get to the root of this behavior because I cannot keep going like this. So I get down to Johnny's level. I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on with you today? You seem like you're really off. Like you keep chatting and then you can't get back on task. Like, what do you need from me so that I can help make you sure that you're successful today? And sometimes they're like, nothing. I don't need. Hey, it seems like you got some big feelings right now. You want a minute to think about it and then I can come back and check on you. Most important is like, you're not having a conversation with somebody who's doing this at you. And you're not telling them like, knock off the attitude. You're just going to give them the space. As long as they're being safe, they're not being disrespectful to the people around them, you can give them that space. And you're going to come back and you're going to tell them, okay, this is what we're going to do. And if you cannot have it through the private conversation, the next one is parent contact. So if you can't turn it around, I'm going to contact your parent or your guardian or whatever. And of course, after parent contact is office referral. If Johnny is still not meeting expectation, this was kind of like the procedure at my school was like, as long as they contacted their parents and tried at least like 2 trauma-informed practices, I was allowed to write them up on a referral. Now, I really try to avoid office referrals because it takes the power